My stepmom buried something in our backyard at 2 a.m. It wasn't what I thought. My dad's new wife buried a body in our backyard at 2 a.m. I watched her do it from my window. 3 days later, I dug it up myself, and what I found wasn't a body at all. It was proof that my stepmother had a secret my father had been helping her keep for 6 years. My name is Marlo. I was 16 when my dad married Perpetua Vane, and from the very first week, something about her felt rehearsed, like she was playing the role of a normal person instead of being one. She was kind to me, almost too careful, like she was following a script for how a stepmother should act. She never raised her voice. She triple-checked every lock in the house every night. She flinched whenever a car idled too long outside. My dad, Desmond, dismissed it as anxiety. She's been through a lot, he'd say, and that was always the end of the conversation. Then, one Tuesday night, I woke up to the sound of the shed door creaking. I looked out my window and saw Perpetua in the backyard with a shovel, dragging something long and heavy wrapped in a tarp toward the tree line. My dad stood a few feet away, holding a flashlight, not stopping her, helping her. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. For 2 days, I told myself I imagined it. Then I saw the disturbed dirt under the oak tree. Still soft, still fresh. I waited until they were both at work and I dug. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold the shovel. When I finally hit the tarp and pulled it back, I froze. But it wasn't a person. It was a mannequin, dressed in real clothes with a wig, and taped to its chest was a laminated driver's license with a stranger's photo and the name Colette Renard. Underneath the mannequin was a manila envelope full of documents, a death certificate for a Colette Renard, dated 4 years ago, a woman who, according to the file, was still very much alive. I confronted them that night, envelope in hand, voice shaking. Who is Colette Renard? Why do you have a fake grave in our backyard? Perpetua's face went pale, but she didn't deny it. She sat me down at the kitchen table and told me the truth. Colette Renard was her name before she became Perpetua Vane. Before your father, she said, I was married to a man who nearly killed me twice. The second time, doctor said another hit like that would have been fatal. So a woman I met in a support group, someone who ran a network helping women disappear from men the law couldn't stop, helped me fake my death, a staged accident, a mannequin burial for anyone who came digging, a new name, a new life. Your father knew everything before he married me. He's been helping me protect other women ever since. I stared at her. Other women? She nodded slowly. There's someone in this right now. She's been staying in the guest cottage behind Aunt Ruth's for 2 weeks. Her ex found her old apartment last night. That was the noise I'd heard. Not a murder, a warning system. 20 minutes later, headlights swept across our driveway. A car that didn't belong to anyone we knew, idling too long, exactly the way Perpetua always feared. My dad was already moving, locking every door, killing every light. Perpetua grabbed my hand. If anyone asks, you've never heard the name Colette Renard, understand? The car sat there for 11 minutes. Then it pulled away. Nobody breathed until it was gone. That's when I understood. The flinching, the locks, the second grave under our oak tree waiting for the next woman who might need one. It wasn't paranoia. It was a system built out of necessity because nobody else was going to build one for them. The woman in the guest cottage moved 3 states away 2 weeks later, under a name none of us are allowed to know. My dad still checks the driveway every night before bed. Perpetua still keeps a shovel by the shed, just in case. I used to think my stepmother was hiding something monstrous. Turns out she was hiding something braver than anything I'd ever seen. A woman who died on paper so she could actually live, and who's been quietly helping other women do the same ever since.